As the great Stoic philosopher Lucius Annaeus Seneca once said, "Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end." Hello, friends, and welcome to a brand new story. Today we're embracing the wisdom of the Stoics to transform our new long journey into our most remarkable period of our lives. 10 Stoic habits to practice in 2024. Let's begin. Habit number 1. Start small. In the small village of Aristo, nestled between rolling hills and ancient oaks, lived a young man named Theo. His life was simple, much like the villages around him. Yet Theo harbored a dream so vast, it often kept him awake at night. He yearned to transform Aristo into a beacon of learning and culture, but the magnitude of his ambition overwhelmed him. One starlit evening, Theo confided in his wise grandfather, Elias, a man revered for his Stoic beliefs. Elias listened intently, his eyes reflecting the wisdom of years. "Remember, Theo," he said softly, "the philosophy of Zeno, who taught us that well-being is realized by small steps, but is no small thing. Begin where you are, with what you have." Theo took these words to heart. He started by organizing small reading groups under the village's grand oak tree. The gatherings were modest at first, just a few curious souls, but Theo's passion was infectious. He shared tales of ancient philosophers, the wonders of distant lands, and the poetry of the stars. His enthusiasm bridged the gap between old and young, rich and poor. Months turned to years, and the small reading groups blossomed into lively forums of debate and learning. Theo's dream was coming to life, one small step at a time. The village of Aristo, once a quiet and unremarkable place, began to attract scholars and artists from across the land. In his twilight years, Theo would often sit under the same grand oak tree, a contented smile on his face. He had learned the power of starting small, of nurturing a seed of an idea into something grand. His journey was a testament to the Stoic belief in incremental progress and the profound impact of small, consistent steps towards a greater goal. Theo's legacy was not just in the vibrant culture of Aristo, but in the hearts of its people, who learned that even the grandest of dreams could be realized, one small step at a time. Habit number 2, control anxiety. Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius and Seneca offer valuable insights on controlling anxiety. They teach that anxiety often stems from our reactions to events rather than the events themselves. Aurelius emphasizes focusing on what is within our control and accepting what isn't, advocating for detachment and rational responses to life's challenges. Seneca, meanwhile, suggests that many anxieties arise from imagination rather than reality. He advises preparing for potential misfortunes but not dwelling on them, a practice known as premeditatio malorum. This approach involves reflecting on potential negative events to reduce their emotional impact. Both philosophers encourage managing responses to external events with reason and virtue, focusing on constructive actions rather than worry. Habit number 3, create a routine. In the heart of ancient Athens, there lived a potter named Iason. Known for his exquisite craftsmanship, Iason's days were hectic, filled with orders from the city's elite. But beneath the surface of his success, Iason struggled with chaos and disarray. His workshop was cluttered, his schedule erratic, and his mind constantly racing. This disorganization often led to missed deadlines and sleepless nights, leaving Iason feeling drained and unfulfilled. One evening, as Iason wandered the city's cobblestone streets, he encountered an old philosopher who spoke of the Stoic way of life. The philosopher, a follower of Epictetus, shared a principle that resonated deeply with Iason. First, say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. This simple yet profound advice sparked a transformation in Iason. Determined to regain control of his life, Iason began by establishing a routine. Each morning before the sun kissed the Acropolis, he would start his day with quiet reflection, aligning his thoughts with his purpose. He organized his workshop methodically, assigning a place for every tool and a specific time for each task. As the days passed, this routine became a ritual, bringing a sense of order and calm to his once chaotic life. The change in Iason was remarkable. His work flourished, and he found himself completing tasks with greater efficiency and creativity. His clients noticed the newfound vibrancy in his pottery, each piece reflecting the harmony he had cultivated within himself. But more importantly, Iason discovered an inner peace he had never known before. The routine he had created was not just about order. It was a daily practice of Stoic principles, a testament to living in accordance with nature and reason. In the quiet of his workshop, with clay beneath his fingers, Iason often thought of the philosopher's words. He realized that the routine he had so diligently crafted was more than a means to an end. It was a pathway to a more meaningful and fulfilled life. In the embrace of Stoicism, Iason had not only transformed his craft, but had also sculpted a new way of being, one that resonated with the harmonious rhythm of the world around him. Habit number 4, assert control over impulses. From a Stoic philosopher's perspective, asserting control over impulses is a key principle. Stoicism, particularly as taught by Epictetus, emphasizes the importance of self-discipline and mastering one's desires and reactions. Epictetus taught that freedom and happiness are achieved not through indulging our impulses, but by controlling them. He believed that we should focus on our own actions and judgments, which are within our control, rather than external events or the actions of others, which are not. This control over impulses is not just about restraint, but about aligning our actions with reason and virtue. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, echoes this idea, reflecting on the importance of not being driven by fleeting desires, but rather acting in accordance with wisdom and justice. For Stoics, true freedom and tranquility come from this mastery over oneself, rather than being a slave to passing emotions and impulses. Habit number 5, focus on the essential. In Stoic philosophy, the focus on the essential is a fundamental concept. Seneca, a notable Stoic thinker, highlights this by emphasizing the value of time and how it should not be squandered on trivial pursuits. He suggests that life is long enough if lived wisely, and we must concentrate on meaningful activities that align with our values and virtues. Similarly, Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, advocates for a life lived in accordance with nature and reason, suggesting that we should direct our efforts towards what truly matters and let go of all that is superfluous. This Stoic view encourages discernment in distinguishing between what is necessary and unnecessary, promoting a life focused on essential, meaningful actions that contribute to personal growth and the greater good. The Stoic approach is not about denying oneself of all pleasures, but rather about choosing wisely and living a life of purpose and significance. Habit number 6, embrace challenges. Epictetus, a prominent Stoic philosopher, offers a distinct perspective on embracing challenges. He teaches that difficulties and obstacles are not only inevitable, but also essential opportunities for growth and learning. In his works, Epictetus emphasizes the concept of challenges as a test of character and an exercise in virtue. He advocates for the idea of viewing hardships not as hindrances, but as chances to practice virtues like patience, resilience, and courage. According to Epictetus, it's not the events themselves that disturb people, but their judgments about them. This Stoic approach encourages facing difficulties with a mindset of learning and growth, using them as a means to strengthen one's character and advance one's philosophical practice. Epictetus's teachings guide us to transform our perception of challenges, seeing them as integral parts of a life lived in harmony with Stoic principles. Habit number 7. Surround yourself with positive influences. Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher, offers insightful views on the importance of surrounding oneself with positive influences. He emphasizes that the company we keep plays a crucial role in shaping our character and our ability to live a virtuous life. According to Epictetus, we are influenced, whether we realize it or not, by those around us. Their attitudes, behaviors, and values can seep into our own way of thinking and acting. Therefore, he advises choosing companions who embody the virtues we aspire to develop in ourselves. By associating with people who are wise, good, and rational, we are more likely to foster these qualities within ourselves. Epictetus's perspective underscores the Stoic belief in the power of our environment to shape our moral and ethical development, advocating for deliberate choice in our associations to cultivate a life of virtue and wisdom. Habit number 8. Accept change. Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher, offers a profound perspective on accepting change. He teaches that the essence of Stoicism is the distinction between what is within our control and what is not. Epictetus emphasizes that while we cannot control external events, we can control our reactions to them. This philosophy leads to the acceptance of change as an inevitable part of life, encouraging us to adapt to it with a positive mindset. Change, in Epictetus's view, is not something to resist or fear, but an opportunity to practice virtues such as flexibility, resilience, and calmness. He advocates for a mindset that embraces change as a natural and expected aspect of the human experience. By accepting change and responding to it with positive influences and attitudes, we align ourselves with the natural order of the world, leading to inner peace and tranquility. Epictetus's teachings guide us to view change not as a threat, but as a path to personal growth and ethical development. Habit number 9, say no to the inessential. From the Stoic philosopher's perspective, saying no to the inessential aligns with living a life of virtue and wisdom. Stoicism, as taught by Epictetus, emphasizes the importance of focusing on what is truly important and within our control. He advises us to differentiate between needs and wants, and to pursue only those things that contribute to our moral and personal growth. The Stoic philosophy encourages simplicity and self-discipline, advocating for a life free from unnecessary desires and distractions. This approach involves a conscious effort to avoid getting entangled in trivial matters that do not align with our core values and goals. By saying no to the inessential, we conserve our time and energy for pursuits that are meaningful and enriching. This Stoic principle is not about deprivation, but about making mindful choices that lead to a fulfilling and tranquil life. It's about recognizing that not everything that demands our attention is worthy of it, and that true contentment comes from within, not from external possessions or accolades. Habit number 10, find your rhythm after setbacks. In the Stoic philosophy, finding your rhythm after setbacks is a crucial aspect of resilience and personal growth. Epictetus, a key figure in Stoicism, teaches that life is filled with unexpected events and challenges, but our power lies in how we respond to them. He emphasizes the importance of returning to one's principles and virtues in the face of adversity. Epictetus advises that setbacks should not derail us permanently. Instead, they offer opportunities to reassess, learn, and grow stronger. The Stoic approach is about maintaining a steady course through life's ups and downs, understanding that setbacks are part of the natural order of things. This philosophy encourages a balanced and steady response to life's challenges, advocating for a return to rational thought, discipline, and virtue after experiencing setbacks. By finding our rhythm after a setback, we embrace the Stoic ideal of not being overly swayed by external events, but rather focusing on maintaining inner peace and ethical integrity regardless of circumstances. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the 10 Stoic habits to practice in 2024. If you found these insights valuable, please remember to hit that like button. It really supports the channel. Don't forget to subscribe for more content like this and share this video with friends who might appreciate these Stoic principles. Your engagement helps us grow and continue to bring meaningful content your way. Until next time, keep practicing these habits, and let's make 2024 a year of growth and resilience.